Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Oh, this is really awkward, isn't it? This is so awkward. What day is it today? Like the 21st of April? And here I am with my monthly bullet journal spread, just the 3 weeks late. It's no big deal, don't worry about it. I actually do kind of have valid excuses though, which might make you less despairing of me. Basically, I've just been working loads. Unfortunately, there is just this part of life where I have to kind of make a living sometimes. Like every so often, I do actually have to earn some money. And I've actually been working at Top of the Pops magazine, which is my 16-year-old self's dream come true, basically. It's super fun, everyone is really nice, but full-time work always really gets in the way of me filming. If you manage to work full-time and run a YouTube channel, kudos to you, because I cannot do it. I haven't done it for a long time since I was in my old job before I became self-employed, and I'd forgotten how difficult it is. So I just haven't been able to find the time to film. Luckily, I've got a couple of days working at home this week. I finally found half an hour to sit down with you, say hello, have a catch up, and show you what's inside here for April. I promise it's really nice, so I hope that makes up for the fact that I am almost a full month late in this upload. Ding. When I came to draw my layout for April, I was actually a little bit lost when it came to inspiration for what to go for my theme for this month. April is my birthday month. It is my birthday on the 23rd of April. Get your cards in the post now. So I was gonna go for just like a cake theme. Also just for the fact that I just really love cake. But when I actually sat down with all my pens and my book out, ready to do some drawing, I was drinking a coffee and hey presto, an epiphany happened and I decided to do a coffee theme for April. It started off really cute. I really liked the ideas that I came up with to begin with. As you can probably imagine, it was slightly limiting. I did kind of run out of like doodle ideas and stuff. So it's maybe not my favourite layout that I've ever done, but I do think it's really cute and I really like the colour that I've used alongside it as well. If you do enjoy this video, then please do give it a little thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you are new. I do bullet journal videos every month. I show you my monthly layouts. Hopefully it gives you a bit of inspiration. I love when you guys tweet me pictures of layouts that you've either recreated or you've used a bit of inspo from mine or whatever to make your own. I love seeing them, so if you do, make sure you tweet me. But anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna get stuck in and show you what I've come up with for April. I hope you like it. Okay, hey, welcome back to my bullet journal. Let me introduce you to my April spread. Nothing like starting on the period tracker. It's a good start for the video. This is my title page for the month. As you might be able to tell, it's kind of like a little bit cute and girly this month. There's a lot of hearts, there's a lot of kind of swirly brush font. I didn't do any planning for this theme whatsoever, and you might notice that it maybe looks a little bit disjointed, but on this page I literally just started with a giant title in lowercase, which I think looks really pretty. I drew this kind of like, I guess like a cartoon print almost. It looked like something that I would put on my wall. It says, "Let's brew this," if you can't already tell, which I thought was kind of a great pun. It's like a motivational thing, but it's also a little bit of terrible humour. And then over on the next page is my monthly spread. I really like how this turned out. It's a little bit different. I did something kind of similar. I feel like I did a grid last month maybe. Oh yeah, I did kind of a similar grid, and I liked the way that that worked. So I had a little think about how it might look a bit cuter on the page, and I feel like this worked really well. I think that kind of like thick shadow on the left hand side, like the drop shadow, actually works really well. I feel like it makes things stand out. It makes it look a little bit more professional than normal. I will admit that I kind of made a little bit of a mistake when I was like laying it out. I numbered the whole grid and then realised that I'd started on the first, in the first box, which was actually a Sunday for April. So I had to kind of switch up my whole spread and start with Sundays, which I would literally never normally do. I normally hate that in diaries and stuff. But this month we're just gonna have to roll with it because I couldn't bother to find my Tipp-Ex. I also swatched quite a lot of felt tips to try and find the perfect purple that I wanted. As you can see, I tend to go for these, which are the Crayola, I think they're called Super Tips. There wasn't the right kind of purple that I wanted. The only right colour that I could find was a Sharpie, and I swiftly found that that instantly bled through the pages. So do not use a Sharpie in your bullet journal, as if you even need someone to tell you that. I'm just an idiot. So rather than using a felt tip, I actually used watercolour paints for this colour. I drew the whole layout with my black fine liners and stuff first, and then went back in a bit later when it was all dry with the watercolour paint. So like this all around here, you can see that it did make the black pens bleed a little bit, which was kind of annoying, but it's just a general theme for my bullet journal that nothing is perfect. It might look pretty nice from a distance, but the closer up you get to it, the more you realise there are so many mistakes on it. Over on the next page, I've got my usual setup for my work page. This is pretty much what I do every month because it works really well for me. I have the days of the week running down here and then the date running down next to them. On the left hand side, I put any events that I've got coming up. So this is kind of like days based in the office, any press events, any meetings that I have. And then on the other side, I have all my deadlines for features or write-ups or articles, that kind of thing. These doodles are really not the best. This cup of tea literally looks like a 5-year-old has drawn it. Also, this is super random, but this like colour of like the lilac and the purple paired with like stars and hearts and stuff, while I was drawing it, it really reminded me of that cartoon that used to be called Bang on the Door. Maybe only true 90s kids will remember what that is. My lasting memory of Bang on the Door is that I had a metal pencil case of the girl that wore the green outfit, and I loved it so much. It was like my favourite pencil case. And then I went out in a lesson once, this was in year 5, and I came back and the horrible boy that sat next to me had scratched in glasses over the girl, and I cried. That was a truly upsetting stationery related moment for me. This little doodle I do actually really like. I found this on Pinterest and thought it was so adorable that I had to recreate it. It's a little tea bag, even though everything else is coffee related. Then over on the right hand side, this is my video ideas page. This is maybe my favourite page of the whole month. The whole idea for this, I'm not really sure whether it turned out too well, but I have one of those like peg letterboards on my desk, and I was trying to think of an idea for my video ideas page, and I looked at my pegboard and thought, hey, that would be really cute if I did it as like a little coffee menu. So this is supposed to look like the menu that would be on the wall in a coffee shop. I'm not sure it does actually look like that. I don't actually tend to use that much space on these pages normally, so I took as much space as I wanted to with the doodling and then just left myself with some tick boxes to kind of like fill in when I come up with ideas. And then hopefully if I ever get around to filming them, I can tick them off as I go. Let's move on, because next up is another work page. I always have a little space for any incoming posts that I've got. Anything that I've ordered online that I'm expecting, anything that I'm being sent by brands or whatever that I know I've got to keep an eye out for, I can just jot down here, and then when it arrives I can just tick it off. Here's my expenses. This is a normal setup that I usually have. They both work really well for me, so it's kind of like a recurring thing that I do every month. I'm self-employed, so I have to keep a track of any expenses that I incur or whatever. Over on the right, this is something new that I'm trialing this month to see how I get on. This is just a little space for me to keep track of the invoices that I am owed. The massive downside of working for yourself is that you're forever waiting on payments, but it's always really important to keep on top of what you are owed, what you've been paid, what you're still expecting, that kind of thing. And then in the bottom right hand corner here is something new that I'm trialing. So last year when I had my bullet journal, I used to do this every single month. It was making a note of the progress that my social media makes over the 30 or 31 days of the month. I used to really like seeing the progress, but it did make me feel a lot more aware of number counting. But I guess now that it's kind of a big part of my job, I should probably be keeping more of an eye on it really. So I figured I'd just chuck it on the page with my other work stuff. So I've drawn a little icon for YouTube, and then the start date of the month and the subscriber count that I was on, and then the end date of the month, and then I can fill that in when we get to the end of the month. I did the same for Twitter, and then at the bottom here I've done the little Instagram logo as well. So then over onto the next page, this is my first weekly spread. Oh, I love this so much. This is one of the pages that I'm really happy with. I had this idea in mind, but I wasn't sure how well it was going to actually translate onto a page. I wanted to do like stacked coffee cups. and I was trying to think how to do it properly. I didn't know whether to kind of like just do them very straight and not so angled, but I thought it would look cuter if they were actually kind of linked together. Even though the cups are on a slant, I've kept my writing lines straight because I felt like it would look a bit messy if all my like bullet points and stuff were all over the place. So I'm still gonna like jot down in a straight line even though the cups are on an angle. And then up here I've just got another straightforward little bit of writing that says good morning, and then a little milk jug doodle which I thought was quite cute. All my weekly spreads are actually quite different this month. This one I spotted over on Pinterest, thought it was really cute. Someone else had done something quite similar, and I thought it would work really well for me just because I tend to work with tick boxes and that kind of thing. Each one I've drawn a different coffee cup at the top for. So this is like a hot mug, a little carry cup, teacups, a little black coffee dispenser, I guess this is probably a latte, and then some kind of fancy creamy deliciousness over on the right. I love the use of colour on this page. I think this one worked really well. I actually really love the texture that the watercolour gives as well. I wasn't being like too funny about staying neat or whatever, so I did it actually quite messily. As you can see up here, like none of the lines are straight or anything, but I love the like mixture of density of the colour and stuff. I think it looks really pretty, and I love that you can see like brush strokes and stuff. So using watercolour is definitely something I'm going to do again. I really love the way that works. I just kept these purple spaces for any events that I've got in the day, anywhere I have to be, anything that's organised, I'm going to pop in the top box, and then my usual to-do list I'm just going to run down in the long bit. And then even though there's technically like 5 weeks in April, because I've just been all over the place this month, I just didn't have time to get around to doing all of the weeks. So this is actually the last weekly spread that I got to show you for April. There should have been 2 more, but I've literally just run out of time. I'm gonna be honest, I don't love this one. I think it looks a bit mental. I wanted to try doing massive headers because I see that they work for a lot of people. I think they look really cool in other people's diaries. In mine, it just stresses me out a bit. Oh, I like this one. This was supposed to be like latte art. I'm not sure how well it actually turned out, but I like the idea. And then this down at the bottom just says, love you a latte. But overall, this layout, I'm not looking forward to using. It stresses me out so much. I haven't really left myself with enough space. I don't really know why I stuck washi tape on there. Looking at this one now, I'm just like, oh no. It also doesn't help the fact that the paint made loads of the writing smudge. Like this S is just totally leaked all over the place. This Y has gone really messy. Definitely, yeah, not my finest work at all. Maybe it will be a bit better when I actually start using it because, I don't know, I've still got a lot of room for like tick boxes and stuff. I think we'll just forget this one ever happened, and that's April. The only other thing I have to show you this month is this little bonus page which I drew. So this one I thought I would do a little holiday page to chart all the places that we go this year. I toyed with the idea of like doing aeroplanes. I thought about drawing some kind of passport, but in the end I saw this suitcase idea on Pinterest and thought it was really pretty. I'm gonna write in the place that we've been, then I'm gonna colour in the suitcase, and then as we go I will add more suitcases to the pile. So far we've been to Bruges. We went to Bruges at the end of March and that was amazing. So I've just coloured in the first one with this like pale pink colour and added in the title on here. As you can see, the pen leaked just for a change, but I feel like it looks really cute. I really love this idea. I think once I get to the top, or at least fill these ones in with all different colours, it's gonna look amazing. So there we have it. That is my bullet journal spread for April. I really hope you like it. I do absolutely love the coffee theme. I just kind of wish that I'd executed it a little bit better. A couple of pages I really am in love with. This one in particular is my favourite. And some of the drawing I like, but there's just so much of it that didn't really work. But I guess that's just any creative project really, isn't it? Overall, I'm proud of it. It was nice to sit and doodle and it relaxed me while I was doing it, and that's all that matters. So there we go, that is April. I hope you have a great one everybody, and I will catch up with you probably at the end of May, let's be honest. I'm going to try and be a bit more organised next month, so hopefully soon I will be back with my May layout. So that is my bullet journal layout for my birthday month. I actually think it's really cute. I do really like this one. I kind of wish that I'd had a bit more time through April to like add more pages in, but it's been a busy one. Hopefully I can get a little bit more creative through May, so stick around for that one. Now it's my favourite bit. I love chatting to you guys in the comments down below about all this, so let's have a chat, get involved down below. Let me know what you think about my April spread. Is it one that you might try and recreate for yourself? Have you got a bullet journal? Are you thinking about starting one? I want to hear all about it, so let's have a good chat down in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, then please do give it a little little thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which are both at Lucy Jane Wood, particularly Instagram if you're into bullet journal stuff, because that's where I tend to post photos, little sneaky peeks. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have had /are having /will have a lovely April. If it's your birthday month like me, holla, fellow Taurus in the house. And I will see you guys very soon with another video. Bye! Mwah.